live once again to talk about some hot, steamy breaking news from the sport of boxing, as we know we love and respect and all this good stuff. Counterpunch to you, Mama Lou. Good evening. How are you? What's good, Kurt? How we doing? Hope all is well. Counterpunch to you guys. Okay, so that's the first two on the chat. Let's get that likes going. I have to tell you guys about something that just popped up. We know that Turkey Al-Sheikh, okay, is coming with an April Fool's rampage. Bryce Productions, Counterpunch. And this is new news. Breaking news. Breaking news, people. Anthony Joshua, Agit Kabayel, Oleksandr Usyk. It's for the WBC supremacy. The WBC, I think, are trying to make themselves a legitimate sanctioning body, and by doing so, they have put on a proposal for Anthony Joshua versus Agit Kabayel. And it will be for massive amounts of money. Okay? Lareco Perez, counterpunch to you. And crew, bars. And let me tell you, Mauricio Suleiman has let the cat out of the bag. He has surprisingly, Mauricio, you know his issue with Ring Magazine. You know, a lot of people are kind of mad at Turkey Al-Sheikh under, behind the scenes based on what he decided to do with Dana White. Okay, we know this. We know the things are happening, that's pretty much separating boxing. But I think that the more entities that we have, the more boxing we will have, and I think that won't change. Like PBC versus Golden Boy when it first came out, if you guys can remember that. Top Rank and Don King was really pretty much all it was. You see what I mean? Until Oscar came on the scene, and then Oscar gave birth to who? Floyd Mayweather, and then Floyd Mayweather with TMT. Then Floyd got with who? He got with Al Heyman. Then Al Heyman became the big swing, and you know what? So everything, Lee Foster, everything's good. Big up Lee Foster. Too legit to quit. Who's fighting Parker? We're not going to talk about Parker right now, because Parker's not a part of the WBC as far as that goes. This is a WBC thing. The WBC has proposed to Anthony Joshua to take on Agit Kabayel. And if Agit Kabayel can beat Joshua, he can then fight Oleksandr Usyk for the WBC slot. Turkey got me a solid minute. I can't lie until I remember the date. Yep, April 1st. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about April Fools. Let me share something with you. In two separate times, I had two separate girlfriends that told me that they were pregnant, and that shit. It was hilarious, man. You know what I mean? Well, the first one really got me because she said she was pregnant with twins. You know what I mean? No, the turkey thing is the April Fool's joke. Haha. Turkey, it just shows he has a sense of humor. I mean, a lot of those guys, they're really well-rounded. They're more well-rounded than you think they are. April Fools, like, who the hell, that's like some, I don't know. I mean, is it big in the UK, April Fools, right? It's got to be. I mean, you guys know about it. Shit, I don't know. Maybe it originated there. I don't know. That is evil, man. Yeah, I mean, the way he came and said they're canceled, that means all those people that thought they were going to get paid listening to other people that already got paid in those other venues. You think about it. KO Chaos, Days of Reckoning, Ring of Fire. You got all these guys that were, got paid a lot of money, man. You know, including Deontay Wilder, Jarrell Miller, Agit Kabayel, Philip Hergovic, Anthony Joshua, Otto Weiland, Turkey Al-Sheikh, Oleksandr Usyk, Daniel Dubois. You know, you had so many people that got paid. And the idea of that not happening for people that signed that dotted line to fight on a Turkey Al-Sheikh show only to find out that they're not fighting at all. That shit's got to be sickening, right? So it is what it is. Someone running his socials. Tyson Fury is going to be the next Agent 007. What's up, Kurt? Greetings from South Wales. DJ Anton, South Wales in the building. James Bash coming in, blessing me with some of that cash. Appreciate you, brother. Peace, Kurt. Salute to AJ, still taking on live dogs. Agit Kabayel is the dark horse. I think he's the real surviving boogeyman, because until Mark McCauley shows that he can do what he normally does or started to do with Jared Anderson, you can't call him a boogeyman because he just got beat. I know he just got off the couch, but, you know, the boogeyman, I think, you know, is a boogeyman throughout. I don't think he's a boogeyman if all these things line together. I think the boogeyman is that person that stays ready, is ready, you know, and of course, always there to dominate, you know, crush, conquer, defeat, beat, all of those things. That's what a true boogeyman is to me, you know, and until then, I think Kabayel has taken that slot over Kabayel has taken that slot over McCauley. Hey, just stepped in. Has that fight been announced? Listen, Mauricio Suleiman is trying to turn a new leaf into boxing. He's trying to turn a new leaf because I think what it is, he knows that he has competition now. He knows that he has to compete with Dana White. He knows that he has to compete with Turkey Al-Sheikh. He knows the money that Turkey Al-Sheikh has. He knows the overall influence that Turkey Al-Sheikh has. He knows those things. I shook up the world. I'm pretty. That all you got, George? I bet you George is like, dude, I'm tired of you saying the same shit. I've been here like 8-9 days, and I've heard you say that. That's all you got, George? You know? Wait, is this heaven or is this the other place? But anyway, AJ don't want Agit. Okay, St. Don, I'm giving McCauley a pass. I mean, we can. I'm not downing and dissing McCauley. If anything, I'm mad at the people that was over him. They should have counseled him better. You see how 258 stopped AJ from fighting Daniel Dubois right away, and then AJ didn't fight Daniel Dubois? You guys see that? You see how a management company, how they manage you? That's how they manage you. They stop you from making dumb decisions based on your own emotions. See, AJ, if it was up to AJ, I feel, he would have fought Daniel Dubois right after that, like he's always done, like he did Andy Ruiz. It might took a while. He took a little time off, healed up a bit, you know, got his bearings back, got a new trainer, and got prepared and conditioned and, you know, ready and mentally, physically, and all that other stuff, Lee, right? And then took the fight with whoever. He didn't do that this time. You know, just got here, Kurt. Did I miss much? Marlon Thornell, you did not. Bill Keaveney in the building, members of the channel. Kabayel beats AJ. That's that fight. That fought Dubois. I think a lot of people beat AJ that fought Dubois. To be real with you guys, I think that fight would be, because I already got a video out. I haven't posted it yet. I've done 7 videos today. I just don't post them all like I used to because I don't think it really benefits y'all, because, you know, it has to be pushed the right way, and I don't think YouTube does that for each and every video. So but it's coming out soon. But no, McCauley don't have AJ money though. No, he don't. And I don't think I want anyone to have AJ's money, because maybe if AJ didn't have AJ's money, AJ would be a different fighter. Let me say that again. If AJ didn't have AJ's money, AJ would probably be a different fighter. I mean, I think sometimes you can make so much money to the point, what are you really doing it for? What and how will that actually change your life with the money that you've already made? How will it change your life? How can you self-motivate yourself to do something that either you've already done, because he's already been a 2-time unified champion. He's already done that. You know, the only thing AJ has not done is become an undefeated, an undisputed heavyweight champion. And that goes for a lot of people, really. I mean, a lot of people, the only people that could really say that is 3 people. There are 3 people that can say in the last 25 years that they have been undefeated or undisputed champions. Who are they? Lennox Lewis, Hasim Rahman, Lennox Lewis again, Oleksandr Usyk. Those are the 3 people that can say, I have been an undisputed world champion. So that's the only thing he really hasn't done. You know, so it is what it is. But anyway, listening from Van Naku South Pacific, counterpunch to you. Edward, is it Saviki? Counterpunch to you. What do you think makes Lewis so arrogant? I think Lewis, that's a good question. Good question. Lennox Lewis is an absolute monster. He's a lion. The dude, he has a gift. He can fight. Lennox Lewis is a bad motherfucker. Yeah, I said it. He's bad, bro. There's a lot of people. Lennox Lewis is probably one of the top 10 heavyweights of all time. Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis can probably beat everyone right now, probably including Usyk. It's just we never seen him fight someone like Usyk, you know, because we never seen him fight Chris Bird, and I always make that comparison because Chris Bird was a slick fighter, but I mean he was even able to be defeated by someone that was a badass, and his name was Barabucci. But Lennox Lewis is one bad motor scooter. He's a bad dude. He can kick ass. He has combination. He has power. He has height. He has skills. He has experience. He knows how to fight. He's not really scared. The thing that Lennox Lewis has is a lot of people don't. That's fighting today. You know, like we would want. This is what I feel that people would want from AJ. What Lennox Lewis had. As far as in the ring. I'm not talking about the outside, okay? I'm talking about the inside. And I know that the question, Bill, was what makes him so arrogant? I think what it is, that everybody can't have it all. Lennox Lewis was all that, like I said, and probably then some in the ring. But at the same time, outside the ring, he was a dick. I'm sorry, his personality, his character. You know, and then really, the character part really didn't linger until later on. Okay? See, in 10 years, after AJ's retired, Usyk's retired, and a lot of people retired, and we look back at boxing in the heavyweights of British fighters, British boxers that were champions, people will always look at AJ and like AJ over Lennox Lewis. Even though Lennox Lewis has done more, he's beaten everybody that's beaten him. You can't say that about Anthony Joshua, right? So, you know, because he hasn't beat Usyk ever, and, you know, he hasn't avenged his loss to Danny Dubois. He did it once with Andy Ruiz. However, people will still remember AJ having better character because he doesn't say shit like Lennox did. It was almost to me like Lennox said things to be cool, but it really wasn't cool, and it came off lame. He just wasn't a likable guy. I mean, it's easy. Here's the thing. I don't even know if he tried to be a dick. He just was. Kurt, only the kids prefer Joshua. You say that, but at the same time, you got guys like Mike Tyson. That's an absolute that did some crazy shit in his day, but he's still more likable than Lennox Lewis. How can that be? You know what I mean? I mean, certain things, you know, you have to keep in mind. Certain things define you over time. The things you say, the choices you make, you know, the comments you decide to place and discuss, you know, like the Vitaly shit. The Vitaly Klitschko fight was probably when, when people just, like, oh, the dude's really unlikable. Who do you think will retire first, Usyk or AJ? It's a good question. I think Usyk. I think AJ will hang around because he knows Usyk's gone and tries to fight whoever's left, which is a smart move. He's younger. So if he stays around at 37, 38, Joshua will get some belt of some sort. Kabayel is coming for that body, baby. He's coming for that body. He's coming for everybody's body. He's coming for every single body out there. And I can't wait to see the shit. I can't wait to see Kabayel work. I like to see him fight, bro. I watch fights. You got fights that you watch over and over again. Okay. I like watching Mickey Ward fight. I like watching this body setup. I like watching him chop that tree down. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're looking at a live, grown, in living a lumberjack right there. Agit versus Dubois would be good. I would probably want to see that fight over. I would want to see Agit Kabayel versus Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? It's certain fights I've always wanted to see. And right now, I want to see Agit Kabayel versus Daniel Dubois. Because I think Daniel Dubois has firepower. I think he has firepower to put your lights out. I think he's young. He's strong. And most importantly, his confidence is there. Wilder was onto something with the ego he used to have. He just took it too far and got lost in it. Yeah, he was. The confidence that he had, made him menacing, because belief is a powerful thing. See, Deontay Wilder believed that he could knock out anybody. And it wasn't even if you believe you can do it, like, and like that's, and all I have to do is land my right hand. These guys that are using all these catch and shoot methods, blocking, side to side lateral movements, these type of things that they think they need to beat me. All I know to beat them is a right hand to the dome. And he knew it and he believed it. When he used to say that, speak it, believe it, receive it, speak it, believe it, receive it, quote, he believed that. And the scary thing is, maybe other people did too. Maybe people knew, like, dude, can see, especially when he caught Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury was a guy that, for one, people didn't understand that Tyson Fury is a very good boxer. But they also understood that by the end of the Wilder fight, Wilder was very, very dangerous. And it didn't help Tyson advocating that shit. Tyson Fury advocated Deontay Wilder because he knew he could beat him, especially after the second fight. He was like, look, that guy can punch. He is one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. There's no doubt about it. Because he was the one that felt that power. He was the one that was knocked out by Wilder. He was the one that was out for about 4 seconds. It was just up to the ref, Jack Reese, that decided not to stop counting, and Tyson got up and then he prophesied to everybody. And I think it scared the shit out of a lot of people. And people really believed it. And the more people believed it, it was like, you know what? The way he knocked out Dominic Brazil. And Dominic's been on the ground before. Udongo, or what his name is? I forget his name. Julius Udongo? No, that's not Julius Udongo. I forget his name, but he fought him, and he was an undefeated fighter, and he dropped him. Joshua dropped him. Joshua had Dominic Brazil down, but he didn't decapitate his ass like Wilder did. So people started really looking and comparing, like, oh shit, this guy is able to knock dudes out with just one shot. So everybody really became kind of weary. That shit became urban legend. To this day, it became urban legend that Wilder catches you, bro, he might take you out. The Spilka knockout was stupid. That was scary. That was frightening. Now this that joker was talking about, I want a body in the ring. So no, bro, not only of your dangers, you're also psychotic. So people believe that Wilder shit. Like, look, Wilder can hit you, bro, and he wants to kill you. The dude said, I want to see someone's brains all spilled out on the floor when I hit him. That means you want to crack skulls with your punch. And he's already broken hands. And you know the history about the metal in his hands. Remember that rumor that sporting icons used to talk about? You know that dude got metal in his hands, so they actually, shouldn't even allow him to fight because it's illegal for him to punch. I thought Brazil died in the ring after that KO. Muscle relaxer. James Bash coming in with that cash. Muscle relaxer. When he hit Dominic Brazil, it was massive. It was definite. But let me tell you something. All that, the only person that was flatlined was Spilka. Because believe it or not, those knockouts were great for a highlight reel. They were great for a highlight reel. Don't get me wrong. If you see a Wilder knockout, just look at some of the knockout highlight reels that Deontay Wilder has. They're in the millions of views. He made viral videos each time he stepped in the ring and caught one of those boys with that damn bazooka punch. When he caught him with that right hand cannon and he put them on their back, or he laid them over on their side, or they did a twist or whatever they did, right? It made a highlight reel. But perception is everything. Because believe it or not, if you guys haven't paid attention, he didn't knock out Dominic Brazil cold. He didn't. He put him down, and he put him down convincingly, but he didn't knock him out cold. Brazil was on the ground, sure, but in essence, he got up. Luis Ortiz in the second fight, when he caught Luis Ortiz with that shot was massive, but he got up. And a lot of people questioned if that was actually a quick count, because a lot of people saying, man, that count was a little bit too fast, because, Luis Ortiz did get up. He was getting up. He just wondered what he got hit with, because, see, Wilder could surprise you with that shot. He just got good at throwing that right hand, Fury did a better job of promoting Wilder than Scott. Bill Keaveney, you're absolutely positively correct. Shannon the Cannon versus Bomb Squad. 7-8 years ago, yeah, that would have been a real. I could see that fight, because if you're fighting Luis Ortiz, why not Shannon the Cannon? And believe it or not, people think, people always talk about Shannon the Cannon. They always talk about, Luis Ortiz and his age and his all this, but realistically, they're around the same age, in the same age bracket. And that's not me joking. You guys heard Spencer Farron when he came to the channel one of those times. He came to the channel and he said that Luis Ortiz, who used to spar with Lennox Lewis, and we know damn well Lennox Lewis ain't been fighting since when? He ain't been fighting since in the last 25 years. Okay? My oldest daughter was a baby at that time. Okay? My oldest daughter was born in 2000. 2000. My daughter will be 25 this year. That's a half a decade. You know what I mean? You take half a decade and you take half of that, that's exactly what that is. Do you think Parker should leave Frank Warren? He's only got to be left on the sideline. No, I think at some point he will get his opportunity. He will get his opportunity. Do you think okay, here we go. Who's fighting Anthony Joshua next? Anthony Joshua, according to Mauricio Suleiman, people. According to Mauricio Suleiman, a WBC tournament, and it's really not a tournament, because all it is AJ's going to fight Kabayel. Whoever wins out of Kabayel and AJ fights Usyk. So it's either AJ and Usyk 3, or it's Kabayel versus Usyk. And I gotta tell you, I would, here's my thing. I love AJ and all. AJ's been good for the sport. He's been great for boxing. He's been great for British boxing. He's really brought the heavyweight division, with the help of a couple other guys, out of darkness from the Klitschkos and all that. He was able to seal the deal and take Vladimir out once and for all, I guess, if he doesn't come back. But at the same time, people, I want to see fresh challenges. That Kabayel work rate is on another level. Absolutely. James Bash coming in with that cash. It's on another level. I mean, I don't see anybody keeping up with that. And remember, Kabayel is in his prime right now. And I think he's been always that guy that was always good. It's just people are now hearing about him because you keep winning and you've never lost. There's nobody that can say they beat you. There's nobody that can say that. You can be that avoided guy like Michael Hunter, and even, Usyk is the top. So he has a loss to Usyk. And he's avoided. But at some point, if you make the right moves and make the right decisions, somebody will eventually give you a shot. And that's what Agit Kabayel did. He was just in a good position at the time. I was disappointed when he did chop that big-ass, tall, Orthlandbic Mark Madoff mini Nephilim-ass dude down, and then nobody really said shit after that. He just went radio silent. I'm like, okay, well, what's up with this? This dude has just beat Orthlandbic Mark Madoff. Do you guys remember Orthlandbic Mark Madoff was a guy that was in talks with Tyson the Gypsy King? If you guys can remember that, because Tyson didn't want to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson was doing what he wanted to do. And that was one of the things that he was like saying, you know what? If when I get past Francis Ngannou, I believe, or is it Usyk, or someone that he was going to fight, when I get past him, I'm going to take on Orthlandbic Mark Madoff. I'm going to take on the Russian Bear. So he was on his way to a title shot. And believe it or not, before Tyson Fury became, well, actually, he was the champion. He was the WBC champion in 2020, was he not? Right? And he signed, I get signed to fight Tyson Fury. Then all of a sudden, that shit just fell off. Now, imagine if that happened and Agit Kabayel would have took out Tyson Fury and just broke him down. I think Tyson, though, is good at surviving, so it would be interesting to see Tyson, or how he dealt with all that damn pressure and all those body shots and all, you know what I mean? It would be very interesting to see how he would deal with all that, because that would have been something that we would have saw and we all would have witnessed, like, oh shit, Tyson's getting his ass beat by a dude that won't quit. He's too legit to quit. I get too legit to quit. Bars. So yeah. But even Orthlandbic was getting more steam than him. He's generally a big dude. He is. And you know what? He's a gentle giant. He's not even the same. He's a gentle giant. So he's like one of those guys that he looks a lot more menacing than he really is. He's like a devout Muslim, actually. Usyk mentality destroyed Fury. Usyk just wasn't falling for that shit, bro. He wasn't falling for it. He was showing people that I'm not ready. He was showing people that, I'm the guy, at that age, at that level, and I'm not falling, and I'm not putting up with any shit from Tyson Fury. And he just showed, he showed character. He showed strength. He showed that, hey, he was about everything that Tyson Fury had outside and inside the ring. Shout out to Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk is the champion we all deserve. Footwork wins overall. Poor Anthony Josh was going to get hit to the stomach and lose like Zilly Zhang. Well, here's the thing. He better be ready to catch and shoot. He better be ready with a game plan, because if AJ ain't got a game plan against Agit Kabayel, he's going to get fucking destroyed. And we all seen it, because look. It's either one or two things that happen. One, AJ stops Agit Kabayel from doing what he's doing, or Agit Kabayel will destroy AJ. He will stop AJ. He will beat him and break him down. And it will be sad to see, you know what I mean? Because nobody really wants to see AJ beat up, you know what I'm saying? Because he's just like this dude, you know? But understand, regardless of what you feel about a fighter, it don't matter. It's how good that fighter actually, honestly, truly is. Lennox versus Usyk 50-50. Could be. Because, see, what'll happen with Lennox Lewis, you know, Lennox Lewis, he would either, they would go toe-to-toe, or he would knock Usyk out. See, Usyk hasn't got knocked out yet. Not saying he's past that. A lot of people think, look, I've been telling you guys about chin and durability. I mean, that's only sustainable for only so long, but it's how you take care of your body. You have to have defense. Your defense has to protect and has to go side by side, intertwine with your overall durability to take shots. In other words, if you get hit with a shot, hopefully it's a shot you see. Some of them you're not. But even if you don't, if you see the shot, you got to go with that shot. Canelo Alvarez will tell you, he doesn't get hit clean with all those shots. He rubbernecks with those shots a lot of times. And now people just think, oh man, he just got a good chin. Yeah, he has a good chin. But at the same time, you know, he's the type of dude that he goes with those punches. That's experience. That's that Bernard Hopkins type shit. That's that shit, you know, I know how to rubberneck with that shot. So if you're catching me here, I'm going with that punch. So it won't be so impactful to me. You know what I mean? You have to go with that shit. You can't go against it. Go against it if you want to and run into a punch. It'd be the worst damn thing you ever wanted to do in your life, people. In your life. I hope it's a close fight. At least AJ wins. I want AJ to retire and not danger his legacy. I mean, dude, at this point, you fighting the best people and you're in mix of everybody, how are you damaging your legacy? Fuck that Mayweather bullshit, people. He's challenging himself. This is his legacy challenge. This is his opportunity to improve his legacy. Fighting guys like that. Let's stop acting like Floyd, Money Mayweather, please. Because Floyd had everybody believing that don't take the toughest challenges. Don't take the chances. Just, hey, try to get out of the sport without fighting anybody. Fuck that. No. AJ needs to do exactly that. Fight Agit Kabayel, fight Joseph Parker, have the rematch with Danny Dubois. That's who he needs to fight. Take on Martin McCauley when he's in shape. You know what I mean? That's what you do. He's got enough money. And if that money is making AJ too comfortable, quit. Get out of the sport of boxing. Please. If the money, AJ, is making you too comfortable, leave the sport. Because if you don't have anything to contribute to the sport of boxing anymore, everything you've done, the best is behind you. You're not going to do anything better. In fact, you're slipping a bit because you're comfortable. Leave the sport, please. That's it. I mean, at that point, he would be damaging his legacy because he has nothing legitimate to offer. And then if he's only trying to pick up a few quid, people are going to look at that because it's not really worth people talking shit about you every nick and cranny, every barbershop, every bar, every pub. You know what I mean? Every public function. They're going to see, look at that big dope right there. This the one that got his ass whooped by 3 or 4 different guys back to back. Why? Because he was comfortable? Go home. Go home and be comfortable. Go home, go to Dubai, build your go start you some businesses. He's the landlord. Go get him an apartment somewhere. Go open up a couple businesses. Shit, Lawrence Akali did it. Why can't Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua has a management company. Anthony Joshua should open up AJ's youth ranches all around the UK. He can do things that I think inspires him now, not boxing. Because if boxing doesn't inspire AJ Steele, get out of the sport. He could always get into physical fitness because I think he's a gym rat. I think him and Vladimir Klitschko have that in common. Go hang out with Vlad in Germany. You know, and lower your body fat and shit like that, because that's things that Vladimir does. You see what I mean? Do that. It would be crazy if AJ takes Kabayel undefeated record. Boxing is like that sometimes, and it's crazy. And look, and you can't get mad about anything. You can't fault anyone. And in that case, who and how would they look at AJ? He would be a whole different person, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even be talking about him the same. Matter of fact, who the hell is Kurt DeVille to be talking about AJ to quit when he just did that to Agit Kabayel? See, it's type. You see how fast shit will change? How fast things would change if AJ beat Kabayel in a fight? Matter of fact, if he knocked him out, boom, boom, with that right uppercut, when Agit's trying to go to the body and AJ catches and shoots and catches him with that right uppercut and stretches his neck and make him look like a giraffe like Vladimir Klitschko did, people would have a totally different fucking way of thinking about AJ. Everybody that came off the AJ train would jump back on it. My damn views would shoot through the roof, so I wouldn't be mad. Because everybody comes here. Now, you know, a lot of people left the channel when AJ got his ass whooped. I know that. I'm not stupid. Views don't lie. People don't lie. People show you interest of what they like or don't like. People, I got to tell you, when AJ got beat in 2019, I had about 19,000 subscribers at the time. This was 6 years ago, was it? You know how many fell off? About 1,000. I looked at my my subscriber count. It was like 19,100. He got whooped by Andy Ruiz. I kid you not. I looked at that shit. It said like 18-3. My God. What did I do to you guys? What the fuck did I do? I was at work at the time. I didn't even cover the fight. I had to work because I was putting my kid through college, my oldest daughter. So I had to work another job at that time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. David Mick, counterpunch to you. Is there anything in the story or just Mauricio speculating? Mauricio Suleiman, I think, is trying to turn another leaf. I think Mauricio Suleiman is trying to compete with Turki Al-Sheikh. I think Turki Al-Sheikh has a lot of these guys, you know, secretly by the balls. I do think that. Now, how much? I don't know. But this is a competition move, because we all know that Mauricio Suleiman is a guy that doesn't give a shit about anybody else's feelings or what people think. He just cares about what his organization does. How can he make some more money? How can he promote, market? He's a businessman. That's what he does. He's a businessman, and he uses a lot of politics and a lot of slick shit to say things that he wants to go his way. Like the Bridgerweight division. Have you heard anything from the Bridgerweight division? I haven't. I honestly don't follow it. The next 2 years of boxing will be amazing, but within 2 to 3 years, how many top fighters will be retired or close to retirement? Usyk, Fury, Chisora, Beterbiev, Zhang, just to name a few. Matthew Ryan, see, you're absolutely right, but I think what he's doing, he's pretty much purging fighters that should have been fighting like this back then. That's what he's doing. That's all he's doing. He's just giving them a purge. He's purging these fighters. That's why you see so many of them. That's why you see AJ now. You see Tyson Fury versus Usyk. How many times has Tyson Fury fought twice in a year, really? You know? Shit, for that matter, Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk only fought once in 2023. He didn't fight twice. But he fought twice in 2024, didn't he? You bet your ass he did. You know why he did? It's because Turki Al-Sheikh was on the scene. Turki Al-Sheikh came with that green. Turki Al-Sheikh made them all get in between. Bars. That's what happened. So he's fast-tracking these guys and making these fights like rapid fire, because he knows that, listen, these guys, along with the public and the audience and the fans of boxing, deserve to see these damn fights. So let's give it to him in the abundance. He ain't just giving us one fight. No, he's putting on big-ass shows. And, you know, like, come on, man, the fights of the century, that was supposed to have been a big thing. And I know he's disappointed, and he should be disappointed in Daniel Dubois. Turkey isn't a chicken. You damn right. And his ass might be turkey, but his ass can fly like an eagle. Bear shit Elohim. You absolutely right. That turkey is not a damn chicken. Because we all know chickens can't fly. They're too fat. You know? Will Agit fighting AJ makes sense, using AJ superstar name to get his name on the casual side, and for AJ it will be a really good win opponent. Well, it would be a good challenge, but do you guys think? Let's do this, people. Let's do this. I've been on 40 minutes, and let's start a poll, okay? Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. All right. There we go. Now, let's start it. Let's start these votes. Let's start this poll. I want to know what you guys have to say about Agit Kabayel versus Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua versus Agit Kabayel. Kurt, who opinion? Klitschko versus Moses. Interesting fight. No, not at this point. See, here's the thing. I want people to respect Vladimir Klitschko. Put some respect on his name. You know why? Because Vladimir Klitschko left a point in boxing where he could have came back. He didn't have to retire. That was a decision that he made based on the performance that he had. See, if Vladimir Klitschko never comes back to the sport of boxing, people, he showed everybody the best version of that 41-year-old Vladimir Klitschko that we could ever see. Okay? Period. So, that being said, Vladimir Klitschko, if he's going to come back to the sport, knowing he could have fought Anthony Joshua, okay, to become a unified heavyweight champion again, at least, to say the least about Vladimir Klitschko, at least give him the benefit of the doubt, give him the opportunity to fight for that same spot. That fight in 2017 was the best fight of that year in 2017. It probably would have, you know, because Triple G and Canelo one was very good, but that fight, bro, was extraordinary. Extraordinary. So that being said, I do think and I do believe that Vladimir Klitschko shouldn't come in fighting guys like Moses Atoma. That's disrespectful. Moses Atoma is an upcoming 20-year-old guy, right? Young, fresh, 20-year-old guy, hungry, fresh, young. No, bro. I don't want to see no shit like that. Don't put him in there with Vlad. What are you trying to hurt Vlad? No, let Vlad fight someone like Dubois if he's going to do something. Let it be worth something. Why is he going to fight Moses? Go in there and get your fucking head knocked off for what reason? For what? To show you're a badass? That ain't a tune-up fight. That's an execution. And what I mean by that is, why are you putting a 49-year-old man in there with somebody that's 20 years old? That's not right. You don't do shit like that for no purpose. Why, just to see him fight? What kind of shit is that? If Vladimir's going to take shots, if he's going to take damage at damn near 50 years old, you give him the respect that he deserves. Put him in there with a champion. And I know he said he doesn't want to fight Oleksandr Usyk, which, you know, I can live with that. But at the same time, put his ass in there with Danny Dubois, because at least he'll be trying to fight for something that he wants to obtain. There's some kind of reward behind that risk that he's putting up, because you know Daniel Dubois ain't playing with nobody. He's gonna go in there and beat the cowboy Billy shit out of everybody that comes in the ring with him. You know, that's how Daniel is. He's just gonna try to get you out of there. And maybe Vlad can't even handle that type of pressure for someone, but if he's going to take the risk, give him the reward. But anyway, AJ still has the potential to be world champion. I believe AJ beats Fury. Once Usyk retires, AJ will be the man. I think he will purposely stay around longer than Oleksandr Usyk. And I think maybe Usyk will then start doing things like exhibitions and such things like that. 50 ain't old for boxer. Bullshit, it ain't old for a boxer. I don't know where the hell you get that from, sir. AJ will beat them all once they're over 40. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Vlad versus Chisora for a tune-up. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Because Chisora is a guy old enough to he's in that circle. Yeah, I can live with that. You know, I approve that. Vlad versus Wilder could work. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, yeah, that'll work. I approve that too. Kurt's right about the O, because Tank should have been fought. Ain't he? T.O. Shakur, face of boxing. Stop that cap. Man, listen, B. Michael. That's all some bullshit. All of that some bullshit. All of that. Vladimir versus Derek, maybe 50-50. Ace 99 times. Big up Kurt. Counterpunch to you, brother. Can you see Wilder's comeback being good or just a payday? Let's have both. Let's get him a good payday, and let's have a good comeback. Great. Tank is a joke. Man's between prison and the Mayweathers. Same, really. AJ freezes up in the ring. He seems to be scared. He might not have it no more, man. He might have too much money. We all know AJ got at least 100 grand. 100 grand. He at least has about 100 million in the bank. I mean, let's think about it. Let's think about it, peeps. But yeah, well, Tank, you know, we'll see who Tank really is. Let's see who he really is. When he gets beat. When he gets a decision that doesn't go in his favor. Let's see what type of person he is. Let's see what type of fighter he is. Let's see what type of character he has. Let's see these things from this particular person here. I'm checking out the poll, guys, and it's actually 53% for Agit Kabayel and 47% for Anthony Joshua. So it's pretty tight. Pretty tight. Kabayel versus Usyk, the fight I'm down for. Well, I mean, if Agit destroys AJ, that's going to be the fight. But you can't say Agit Kabayel doesn't deserve it. He deserves it. Oh, absolutely. Dubois versus Kabayel, 60-40. Ask Kip. Kurt, is the fight official? This is a WBC discussed issue. So, you know, this is Mauricio. Kurt got a fresh trim. No, actually, I don't. You know, I'm kind of relieved I don't have this. I got a mustache like a fucking wolf. So, And you remember I had this Magnum PI shit going when I was filming back in December. So, you know, surprised at the percentage. AJ's done. I mean, we've all seen what Agit does. We've all seen his capabilities. We know what this dude can do. You know, we know what he can do. So, there you go. There you go, peeps. So, on that note, people, I am about to jump off of here. Okay? I wanted to share this news with you guys. Okay? And I have one more thing to counterpunch before I go. I hope everyone's listening and everyone has their eyes peeled to the television, to the cell phone, to the radio, to wherever the hell you're seeing this from. April Fools! There is no AJ versus Agit Kabayel. What are you, crazy? That shit's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. AJ ain't gonna fight Agit Kabayel. Hell no. That's an April Fool's. If Turkey Al-Sheikh can do it, so can I. Nope, it was yesterday. Nope. It is not yesterday. AJ is not fighting Agit Kabayel. What are you, crazy? Why would the crooked ass person like Mauricio Suleiman put together anything? For one, he wouldn't want that fight to happen anyway because he wants to draw that sanctioning fees out of AJ as long as he possibly can based on the salary and the percentage of money that AJ makes. So 3% of $20 million is a lot of money coming to you. That's a lot of fucking money. AJ's fighting a fucking injury or whatever. He's in a dark room somewhere. He ain't fighting nobody for no damn opportunity for a WB. No. Nobody don't want to fight Agit Kabayel because he's the new boogeyman. Nobody wants a piece of that. Nobody wants to get beat all up to the body and stopped. Nobody wants that shit. Who the hell wants that, people? No. April Fools to you guys. That was a good one. And I would have started at the beginning, but nobody would have read it. So I was like, nah, let me stop. And I'm pissed really because, you know, Turkey actually beat me to it. But it was good to see you guys come on here. I will be live tomorrow, Wednesday, maybe a noon o'clock with the fight prediction between Hrgovic and Joe Joyce as well. That is no April Fools, but it's been fun talking, chatting, counterpunching with you guys about the possibility of everybody from the Diddle I Joe to Damned If I Know. April Fools to everybody. Be careful, be safe, and don't fall for any more bullshit like this. But it's good to see you guys. Be blessed. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!